The fishing news is brought to you by Navionics, Okuma, Yozori, Evinrude, and the Star Island Yacht Club in Montauk.
Hi there, Toby Lapinski for the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine. I'm back here in good old New England after a week down at ICAST 2019 last week in Orlando, Florida. Just going through some of the stuff that I picked up, some awesome new products from a bunch of our friends and advertisers here at the magazine. Some real cool stuff coming to you. We'll get to that in a minute. Despite what my wife might think when I tell her that I'm heading to Florida for a week, it is far from a vacation of any sort, as the Fisherman magazine team was running hard every day from sunrise to sunset. Stay tuned over the coming weeks as we begin unveiling nearly 40 videos that we shot at the show, premiering and debuting some great new products with applications here in the Northeast. Until that time, though, they start rolling out next week, but until then, head on over to thefisherman.com right now. You can get a look at all the best of category winners as voted on by attendees. A game changer was the buzz phrase at the show. Heard this from manufacturers, reps, pro staffers. It was everywhere. So check out some of these winning products and let me know in the comments section down below which one of these products that you see over at thefisherman.com right now you're most excited to put to the test. I got the link up in the upper right hand corner of the screen right now, so you can head right on over to it. Let me know what you're looking forward to. Maybe we'll get to those, covering them in the next couple of weeks. Maybe we'll have to look into it a little further for you, but either way, check it out. And speaking of game-changing products, after last year's salmon red Gulp craze by Fluke fishermen in the Northeast, Berkeley's set to creating a slew of awesome new colors of the Gulp. And we here at the Fisherman magazine were the first ones in the region to put those colors to the test. No one else got them before us. It was the Fisherman magazine. We're breaking the colors right now. So head over to thefisherman.com. We got an exclusive video which we shot on location a couple weeks back, fishing off a Cape Cod along with reps from Penn and Berkeley on board on-time charters with Captain Jimmy. On the trip, both Berkeley Gulp and their awesome Fusion bucktails, which pair up perfectly with the Gulp, put a pile of big Fluke on the deck of the boat, including several double digits, topped off by a massive 14-plus pound doormat with colors names like Blue Fuse, Lime Tiger Glow, Cajun Chicken, Curry Chicken, Red Belly Shrimp, Camo, Fire Tiger, Orange Tiger, Clear Red Flag, Orange Belly Shrimp, Sardine, and Mackerel. How could they not be killer baits? So check it out again right now, thefisherman.com. All right, keeping with the big Fluke theme, received an email from Fisherman subscriber Paul Boyce with a picture of a big fish that he landed this week, a 13-pound, 31-inch doormat fluke. He was fishing aboard his Sailfish 240cc out of Mystic, Connecticut when he caught the big fish, and I sent back an email to him after getting the initial email asking if he entered this fluke in the Dreamboat Fishing Challenge, but I haven't heard back from him yet. Now hopefully he did enter the fish, as it would put him well on his way to winning this year's grand prize package with an awesome new Steigercraft 23 in Miami boat, Evinrude E-Tech G2 250 horsepower outboard motor, and a bunch of other great prizes. Check out thefisherman.com right now for complete details and rules for the 2019 Fisherman Magazine Dreamboat Fishing Challenge. But you don't need to go on a private boat to get in on the really good fluke action right now, as the Blackhawk has been getting on some big fluke to go with great catches of black sea bass and porgies on their daily bottom fishing trips sailing out of Niantic, Connecticut. Captain Greg takes the big boat to where the fish are biting, whether that's inside Long Island Sound, Montauk, Block Island, or any of his secret spots. So check it out. I know they got some big bass trips coming up at night, so give them a look. Get on the trips. I also heard from Fisherman subscriber Catherine Scaperda. She was bottom fishing off of Montauk over the weekend. She got into a really good mixed bag, bottom fish, fluke, black sea bass, probably some porgies, as they are everywhere right now, including fluke to 5 pounds and a solid 2.5 pound black sea bass. Some really good catches. Congratulations. Let's see. Video contributors. I talked with TJ Kopecki this week via email as he was unable to shoot a video for us. He's just been a little busy with work. Totally understandable. It's one of the cool things with these video contributions. If you want to get in on it, shoot me an email, tlapinski@thefisherman.com. You don't have to do them every week. Just when you have a chance to get out and fish. TJ said that he did fish a few times over the weekend. Scup fishing is very good right now in Mount Hope Bay, Upper Narragansett Bay, and they're even getting them into the Warren and Barrington rivers. There's also some small black sea bass and the occasional keeper fluke mixed in. TJ landed all 3 species on a trip up that way over the weekend. He also noted on the striper side that he got word from a couple of his contacts, very, very good night bite on live eels around Newport, Brenton Reef area, with some big bass being landed. And continuing on that striper note, Jason Jadek of Bobby J's down in Milford, Connecticut, sent me an email as I was preparing this week's notes. I'd like to take this opportunity to officially congratulate Jason on joining the 50-pound striped bass club Monday night. He was fishing out at Block Island, getting some decent fish on sluggos when he switched over to a 7.5-inch eggplant-colored hoosie minnow. He said that on his first cast with the hoosie minnow, he had a solid take, ended up being the big girl, which he released after a couple of quick photos. And congratulations, Jason, on the awesome catch, and thank you for releasing the big bass. As I noted a minute ago, I was at ICAST last week, and I always seem to run into a handful of people from back home that I know, and this year was no different. While I was meeting with the crew from Old Town Kayaks, I ran into Tim Moore of Tim Moore Outdoors, based out of New Hampshire, and he walked me through the new Predator PDL features, which you're going to see coming up in a couple of weeks in one of our ICAST videos. And I asked him, if, as we were talking, if he'd be interested in contributing to my weekly report videos right here, and Tim jumped at the opportunity to do it. So he's going to be providing some great input on open water, ice fishing, freshwater, saltwater action up in his home waters of New Hampshire and beyond from time to time, beginning with his first video today.
Thanks, Toby. Well, I'm in the office today. I'm not fishing, trying to get caught up from ICAST, as I'm sure a lot of people are that went to the show, but the fishing on Lake Winnipesaukee is definitely heating up now that the thermocline is setting up. Thermocline is down around 30 to 50 feet, depending on the temperatures and the day. But we're catching a lot of salmon and rainbow trout down there, anywhere between 25 and 45 feet. Early in the morning, they're up shallower, and then they move down as the sun rises. We're getting them on downriggers on orange spoons. Any spoons with orange are really catching fish right now, and flies with orange or yellow in them, like a pumpkin head, are really doing well. The big news for me right now is the lake trout bite on Winnipesaukee. That deep water vertical jig bite has really kicked off. I had a couple out from Pennsylvania the other afternoon, and some just horrendous winds, and they braved the winds, and they were rewarded with some fish. Caught some average sized lake trout, but there's just a pile of lake trout down there right now. So that's the big news for me. Lake Winnipesaukee, salmon and lake trout. I hear some big stripers have moved in along the coast following the porgies, so I'm hoping to get out and poke around for some of those, but for now it's all cold water fish for me. Thanks, and good luck, everybody.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Tim. Look forward to more videos from you over the coming season, throughout the winter. I know you do a lot of really good ice fishing up in the New Hampshire area, so look forward to those videos, as do our subscribers here. And then last up, as my offshore field editor, Patrick Vogt, led off his email this weekend when he sent in the report on Sunday, good weather equals plenty to talk about. And there's no shortage of good offshore talk right now. Up around the Cape, there are so many bluefin being caught right now that captains have begun to play catch and release, as the market is pretty much flooded with tuna, and there's almost zero commercial demand. So you're not going to find any Wicked Tuna prices this week from those buyers. The canyons have continued to produce bigeye, yellowfin, mahi, and marlin. Atlantis and Hydrographer Canyons produced the best results for crews this week. Sharking remains lock and load with more action than your arms might be able to handle. Bring plenty of rigs, as the blue dogs are thick, but there's some large threshers and makos, and even a couple of porbeagles up north being weeded out of the fray. So there's a lot of action. Heading into this weekend, they're talking heat index up over 100 degrees, so we can have some more beautiful weather. Great time to head offshore and stay cool. All right, well, there you have it. I'm Toby Lapinski for the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine, wishing you tight lines if you head out onto the water this weekend.
Win the incredible Steigercraft Evinrude Lowrance Grand Prize Boat Package and more in the Fisherman's 2019 Dream Boat Fishing Challenge. Get the details now at thefisherman.com.